Thank you. That's very nice of you. I'd first like to start out by thanking the Artist Quarter for choosing to place their venue in a well-insulated room in the basement. Felt like I was trying to shave weight for a wrestling match on the way here. But I really would like to say how excited I am to be here tonight, and I actually mean that. I'm not just trying to be Minnesota nice, because I'm not at home and my kids aren't yelling at me. I have a 3- and a 6-year-old, and I'm not too proud to admit that I'm a little bit scared of them. Just the other day, I have a 3-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son, and we were running around the house, and we were wrestling, and when I was being the claw, and we were doing all this crazy stuff, and my daughter was like, "Chase me, chase me!" And so I started chasing her around the couch, and she turned around, and I'm not making this up. She turned around, she deadpanned me right in the eye, and she goes, "I'm gonna eat your face." What? I don't think I'm okay with that. What kind of shows are you watching? It's awkward. So now I feel like every time my wife and I leave the house, we're in the middle of that movie Jurassic Park 3, which I'm sure was your favorite of the trilogy, like it was mine. And they're trying to escape from the pterodactyl cage. And my wife and I are running down the river, and we have to dive in and swim underneath the cage, and we come out, and we turn around to look back and see these winged beasts hanging on the windows, looking at us with these glinty eyes, like, "You just wait till I figure out the latch on this thing. I'm gonna eat your face." But what's crazy is when you have kids, you actually think that the whole world like hits pause or takes a time out when you leave it and you go home and you're just sitting at home with your kids. I'm always shocked when I get to go into the city, just my wife and I'm like, what are all these people doing? How are we in the middle of an economic crisis if every one of these people can afford a babysitter? Have you paid a babysitter recently? It's like they unionized. We should tax them. It sucks. But what's really weird is that a non-married person with no kids invented Facebook. That just boggles my brain. Because every parent knows that that's the best way to live vicariously through the people that still have lives and get to do stuff. Which is awesome. But what's even weirder than that is that so many single people spend so much time on Facebook. So tonight, for any of you guys that have kids, I got a great status update for you. Hey, all my single friends. Come over to my house, take care of my kids. I got the internets. You can stay here. I'll use my time better than you. This will be great. It's a trade-off. It's a one for the other. That one was like 15%. But I keep seeing more and more people posting awkward pictures of themselves, inappropriate pictures really, on the internets, which I'm not cool with. Especially girls, which I'm sure some guys are like, sweet, but I'm just not cool with. And it's confusing because really, if you think about it, we have like the entire lifespan of the American teen, or the American girl, documented through all these reality shows. I mean, let's think this through. You start out with toddlers and tiaras, which eventually leads into My Super Sweet 16, which naturally walks right into 16 and Pregnant, because you know those chicks were at that party. Which is the obvious gateway into True Life, I'm Addicted to Cocaine. Come on, you know it's not that hard to get there. Which is obviously followed by Intervention on TLC, which really then is just a hop, skip, and a jump to the Real Housewives of Orange County. Come on. It's not that hard to get there. Yep. I'm not the only one taking notes on this stuff. But my wife and I have been married for 8 years this August, which is great. And we've reached a point in our relationship where we're just kind of messing with each other. So the other night she's making dinner and she's like, "Hey honey, will you get me a teaspoon of garlic, a liter of milk, a half a cup of sugar, and a tablespoon of chives?" And she only does it because she knows I have no idea what she just said. She wants to see my Cro-Magnon man face come back. She said spoon like 8 times in that sentence. I only has 1 spoon. I don't know where to go now. And then I hear her giggling, so I know I've been had, so I gotta fire back, and I'm like, hey honey, how about you grab the end of this tape measure, go over there and measure me out 8 feet 9 13/16 inches. That one's funny because girls don't know how to read tape measures. 12%. Now my wife is awesome though. She's a personal trainer, which is really cool because she keeps track of me and helps me stay healthy and, you know, helps me work on my nutrition and keeps me exercising. But I've realized that I really don't like working out at the hoity-toity exercise facilities, you know, like the Old Bally's Fitness or Lifetime Fitness, because every time I go in there, my self-esteem would take a hit. I'd be walking out of there and I'd revert like immediately back to my 6th grade, 5'8", 85-pound self. This was me like back in junior high, and I'd be in the weight room and everybody would just laugh at me and I wouldn't like it. And so I would spend my time at these really nice workout facilities feeling like that, going, oh, I wish I had rippling abs and no neck and arms like tree trunks like that guy. So I'm here to let you guys in on a little secret. I recently joined the YMCA. Total thumbs up. That place is great because I feel like every time I go there, my ego is shooting coke. It's fantastic. Instead of like, oh, I wish I looked like that guy, I'm like, dude, as long as I don't look like that guy. Thumbs up. Hey, old man River, I'm gonna eat your face. Thanks, guys. My name's Josh.